Living the dream.
Oh, tight swinger, mate.
And he gets to see my face every week, so I mean, how lucky is he? Absolute professionals at this. We do put it on YouTube.
I'm genuinely impressed, mate. Genuinely impressed.
Edit that. We'll cut that bit out.
Little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Just as a bit of a disclaimer, we were slightly drunk on this one, or we certainly got drunker as we went through, so there's a little bit of effing and a jeffing, so some little rude words. So if you've got little people that are around listening, maybe just cover their ears. If it's you that's listening, just pretend that they're nice words. Enjoy!
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and the days of old lang syne?
Do you know what I've just noticed?
What?
I didn't actually realise it was Auld Lang Syne. I thought it was like Auld Lang Syne.
What, is that his Jap's eye? What about Old Lang Syne?
Well, I've just Googled that just to play that, and I didn't realise it's Auld Lang Syne, S-Y-N-E.
On. Isn't it like swine is a pig?
S-I-S-Y-N-E.
Yeah, swine is a pig, isn't it?
Swine. No, it's sign. Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah, I thought it was like sign as in S-I-N-G-N.
S-I-N-G-N.
Sign.
As in you've seen one in the street?
A sign, yeah, like a sign on the street, yeah, like stations that way, mate.
I think I always thought it was...
S-I-G-N, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Auld Lang Syne.
Let's have a look.
As in like his eye.
So what is sign? What is this? I mean, what's old's not spelled old there.
That is how you would spell it now.
To be fair, mate, the old spelt wrong, the lang will take, I could take lang, and sign. So is it Old English then?
Well, I don't know, but it's one of them questions that we don't know the answer to. And you owe me a question.
I forgot about
we
this.
do not know the answer to. So I've got my question for this episode. This is our New Year's Eve episode, but you promised me this a couple of weeks ago.
I did.
You've not delivered. And let's be
Forgot
fair,
about it, to be fair.
at the end of, I think it was episode 65, go back and watch episode 65, listen to it even, you was, I mean, a little bit excited.
I was, because if I remember rightly, I was driving that day, and something blew my mind. So, my question is, how do we know what the globe is right for north and south? So think about this. We know what north is, but if you turn the globe upside down, it won't make any bloody difference to how we perceive north and south.
What difference does it make anyway?
Don't start that.
What do we need to know? Why do we need to know that north's upstairs and south's downstairs?
That's what I'm saying. That's how weird we are. Because if you think, as we are as a travel, the south could be the north, the north could be the south. The UK, as it's drawn on the globe, could be actually upside down.
Who gives a shit?
You. I can't believe.
Bringing in the new year.
I've been storing that for weeks. It's been bothering me for a while.
Has it really?
But
stopped you sleeping?
No, it bothered me that morning when I did it.
For about 10 minutes.
Yeah, but how do you know what's right and what's wrong? Like, we could be genuinely upside... If you pick a globe up, Scotland is above London, which it is, for north-south. But if you turn the globe upside down, now London's above Scotland. But don't make it wrong. It's only our perception that we drive that way, that we use some sort of polar thing to say that is north. What's to say that polar is not a south thing? It's just we've decided to call it north-south. Take that back right now. I have waited weeks for that.
I mean, we've had some questions on here, and I don't know why that's kept you up for so long. I don't know why you've been excited about that for 2 weeks. But it is a question. Could we not go a little bit deeper in this?
We're friends.
What about like time? Why is time a thing? How do I know that blue is my blue and your blue's a different blue?
That's the deep philosophy of that.
Well, this is the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You eat those crackers.
Got some crackers left over from Christmas.
So it is December. This is our New Year's Eve episode. We're ready for it. Are we ready for it? Are you ready to go into a new year? What's your 2022 been like? Or 2022?
Oh, that lasted well, didn't it?
Well, it's a good way to start New Year's resolutions, isn't it? How's your 2022 been?
It's been alright. It's been steady.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, there were some highlights. Done America. That was a bloody good highlight.
Well, not if you listen to the podcast and your feedback on it.
I think
There was a lot of negs.
Another one.
Lot of negatives on there.
Go back, listen, and tell me if I was negative or positive. I'm sure I was more positive. It's a right trip.
How's your 2023 looking?
Shit.
We've had some feedback on our potty mouth as well recently.
Have we?
About like how much we've dropped a couple of F-bombs. With certainly more fluid on the ashes and the shits. And do you know what I say to that?
Fuck it.
Fucking.
That's why I put that explicit filter on now.
We always
Every time I edit, I put the explicit filter on. I can't let that go out. We should cut them out, don't we? I'll blink them up.
Yeah.
Or put like a beep on top of it.
Yeah.
Fuck that now.
We should just mention as well, we've probably been drunk since Christmas Eve. We're on the wine tonight. Cheers. Ching,
Chin,
ching.
chin.
Click, click.
Yeah, boy.
Slurp, slurp. So yeah, we're doing all right. We've talked about Christmas. We had a nice Christmas.
Yeah.
We're into the new year. 2023.
Yeah, doesn't ring right, does it? 2023. What was it? 2022 Tagamore? Was 2022? Was it? No.
Yeah, it was 2022.
No, but what was our thing we should say?
2022.
Was it?
Yeah.
No one. No one. You can't that drunk in it.
Anyway, we're into 2023. How's your year looking? You say it's shit.
What about you?
I'm one of these that I just take every day as it comes. I don't
Happy to be alive.
Yeah, I wake up every morning. I've seen some horrible stuff happen to some nice people. I've seen some nice things happen to horrible people. So I just see as 2023 is it will be what it'll be. I don't want to over excite myself about the potentials that it could have, and if things good happen, I'm going to ride them like a seaside donkey.
Nice.
If the bad things happen, I'm going to kick shit out of it like a seaside donkey.
Are you a half glass empty or half glass full?
I like to think I'm a half glass full.
Yeah, are you that way?
Genuinely.
Oh, shit.
And I know that might come across very,
shocker for me.
very differently. But the way I see it is that I try and look at every day as quite positive because I know I will have bad days. So I don't want to go into a day being negative. I try and be positive in the day. And things will happen and that might make me put me in a bad mood or something like that. So if I can fight against that as much as possible. So yeah, I think I'm a...
See, I don't see you as a negative person, but I thought you'd been a glass half empty.
I am quite sceptical. But I try and always see the positives of it. I've got to an age where I'm old as well. And so I'm like...
Very old.
I'm like now where things roll off me a little bit more. I don't kind of get hepped up on the small things. I say that and then, I'll go to a roundabout and somebody don't indicate. I'm fucking out there screaming. But I like to think...
Then I'd take that with me for the next 7 days. My problem is I can't let shit go. You say something about me unless I'm good with you.
Have you tried laxatives?
Yeah, but I shit myself in my pants all the time. What would you say I am? Would you say I'm half glass empty, half glass?
I think in you're a glass half full. I genuinely think you see the positives, but you get yourself hung up on the little things.
See, I generally think I'm half empty, whereas I think, I don't know, I just recently, I seem to want to pull in the dark side. I just want to take the shit and go, well, there's an excuse.
An excuse for you to be an ass.
Yeah, an asshole.
Yeah.
Not an ass, an asshole.
So maybe this is what we need to do, moving into 2023.
Set some New Year's resolutions.
Set some New Year's resolutions. there's a slight problem with New Year's resolutions.
They're a load of fucking bollocks.
Oh my god! Right.
For that you went in, alright.
We might need a beeper to it. Again, you know I love a good fact. I also like a good fact.
What?
New Year's resolutions, they reckon only 16% of New Year's resolutions that are set, people stick to for the full year.
And do you know what? You say 16%? I think that's probably less.
Nobody's ever asked me.
Or me. And do you know what? I've stuck to it 3 times in the last 6 years that I bought a drink from January to my birthday. I've done it 3 times in the last 6. And it was in the first 3 of the last 6 I did it. I did it 3 years straight,
Yeah.
and then I've not done it since. I've not been able to do it for like 3 years after that.
Right, so things like that, I always think you're always setting yourself up for a fall. To be fair though, when we've ever done stuff in between that time, between Christmas, New Year and April, when your birthday is in April, then.
Yeah, thanks.
I know it's in April.
Yeah.
In between
me.
New Year's and April. If we've ever done anything in that time, you've always been fairly strict with yourself and said, no, I'm not. But if I was to say, oh, Leon, I've grown an extra thumb. Let's go out and have a beer and celebrate my extra thumb.
What are you doing with that thumb? Might have to be drunk for you to use that thumb.
But it depends what you
That's what I'm saying, my thumb.
Because I know you'd love it if I had an extra thumb. But something like that, we'd go out and massively celebrate.
Yeah.
So I think you're kind of setting yourself up for a fall. So should we not be setting New Year's resolutions as things that are achievable? You know my theory on New Year's resolutions. I think they're all a load of cack.
I'm saying though.
Stop doing things.
Since we did this podcast, I should love New Year's resolution. Done this podcast, I'm like, nah, what all this shit. You have bad influence on me, mate. Bad influence. And I think I need to put the beer down.
Thank you. I like to know that I'm a bit of some sort of influence on you. We've got problems with New Year's resolutions because people go, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Stop doing stuff.
And start doing some good stuff.
Doing stuff.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Start doing some good
stuff. If you enjoy doing something, do more
of it. Yeah, do more.
Yeah. If you enjoy having a drink, do more of it.
Yeah.
Should we encourage that?
I'm up for it.
You don't need much encouragement, do you?
Steaming. So that leads me to my first thing, right? So, spoiler, this week is about New Year's resolutions. But alternative New Year's resolutions. Did I just slur my words there?
I don't think people will notice any difference.
To be normal. So, my first one is learn a different sex position every day.
Every day?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be red raw.
I've been told there is 370 different sex positions, which means I can go a year and a little bit.
I didn't like how you winked.
Not with you. Bloody hell. Because they're your face.
You're not looking at my face for 362 of them.
Well, anyway. But yeah. So, that's a New Year's resolution.
I mean...
And to be fair though, there's got to be 2 people willing to do that.
Yeah.
So 2 people have got to be on board for doing that.
Maybe even 3.
It's too much maintenance stuff, my liking.
Yeah, a lot of
I struggle in a one-on-one relationship.
a lot of admin.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Swapping ends and...
Easy up. Yeah.
So 372?
Apparently I've been told there's 370 different official...
Yeah,
well, there might be some weird things. Sex positions. Now...
There's so many that didn't make the cut.
Well, they've brought some weird crap. But, like, I don't know if that's like Kama Sutra plus whatever, but apparently there's 370. Now, I know 3... So I'm on a right learning curve in 2023. I hope you're involved, Amy. Could be an exciting one for you.
Heck, you know 3.
4.
Just thought of another one.
if I get any more, I'll use showers and go through this podcast.
Oh, is there any chance you can draw me a picture?
No chance. Because my fourth, it's graphical.
Oh, heck. So, well, that's not a bad thing to look at doing. Why do my eyes hurt? Excuse me. Any other alternative?
Oh, I've got many.
Go on, hit us.
With tit for tat on my really my lot out.
Well, you do yours, and then I'm going to come at you.
So my next is that part of the Kama Sutra?
Here, put these goggles on.
Yeah, that's day 370. You come at me.
Put these goggles and this helmet on.
So my other one is don't make any New Year's resolutions straight off the bat.
I mean, that maybe should have been number one.
Well, nah, I like to sit over, but like you said, set ourselves up to fill. Why are you doing that? A resolution really, for me, is just do something you want to do. As in, like, don't set unachievable things.
I think the big thing is set a to-do list.
No, can you fail?
No, I don't think you do, because I think you need something to work towards.
I've had the same list on my job for the last year on my work.
Yeah, but
and
you're
I've not
shit
done
at
any-
it, that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's at work. We're looking personal now. If I was to say to you, right, I want you to visit 3 cities this year.
All right,
It's not unachievable.
I've been to Hull, Sheffield, and Doncaster. Good to go.
Doncaster's not a city.
Oh, knife.
It isn't, is it?
All right, I've been to Sheffield, Hull, and
Not yet, you
Leeds.
haven't. Not yet, you haven't. All right, what if I say have 3 nights out, actually sleep there, do it. 3 new cities. All right, then, 3 new cities. Not unachievable, but you could go to 3 new cities.
how do I go to a new city?
Because it's exploring your mind.
For what? Like, what am I going there for?
So if I was to
Get
say to
absolutely
you,
stinkered, I can do that in my own town.
is it as good?
It doesn't matter if it's good. To be fair, when I get stinkered, I don't have a remembrance of what's gone on.
What if you was to do something different in them cities?
Like, I remember doing a treasure hunt around York earlier on in the year.
Yeah.
I did that. I enjoyed that. I saw, and same with Sheffield, I saw a bit of a difference of what I'd not seen that town. But is that what we're talking? Are we talking that sort of thing, or are we talking?
I'm just trying to give you a little. I mean, I'm not saying you these as a challenge.
It seems like it.
I'm just saying a to-do list. Read a book.
can't
Meet a
read.
new person.
As I like people. You shitting as you're
right.
laughing.
let's go back. Don't set New Year's resolutions. Don't set to-do lists. Thank you for listening. This is our podcast done.
Yeah, I can't read. I like people. What's next?
I mean, if you get through the day without killing somebody,
It's a miracle to me.
it's on your to-do list.
It is.
It might just work out all right.
So my next one, New Year's resolution, or alternative New Year's resolution, I'd like people to take this one and fact check before they share something on social media.
Fucking shove it up your ass.
No, fact check before they share something on social media. I hate social media. I hate it with a passionate moment. Just full of absolute tripe. Do you not feel that way at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the worst thing we ever did as a society was invent social media.
It's the best and the worst thing.
No, you tell me something positive.
That I can stay in contact with people that are the other side of the world.
You can ring a mate.
Yeah, but I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't have a phone.
No, but that's nothing to do with staying in contact with someone.
It's nice.
What happened to a good old pen pal?
Yeah, hey, do you know what? Why don't you, on your to-do list, why don't you have a pen pal?
Because I don't want to do a to-do list.
Have we not created 2 pen pals between us?
When?
Andy and Lexi? No, they're my kids.
I'm going to say...
Andy and Ava?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
They've been writing letters to each other, haven't they?
Yeah.
And that's a nice thing, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
So why can't you do that?
I can.
Well, why don't you then?
Because I don't like people. No, but for me, I can't genuinely see a positive with social media, apart from I understand things quicker than if I did it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, that's a positive.
Is it, though?
Well, you can get news faster, can't you?
But I've been funny, but Yeah,
You're not being funny. You're right.
I know, but like the news I get is clickbait.
There's a lot of clickbait. There's a lot of stuff on there that's untrue.
Everything people post is untrue. I mean, we've got like a community group for our town, and it's just shit. Does me head in.
Do you know what? You're not wrong, but do you know what you need to do?
Nothing about it.
Don't
Nothing
read
about
it.
No, but
Don't read it.
I've come off social media and stuff, but I go back on it and I'm like, oh, it's not changed. It's still a lot of crap.
Yeah, it ain't going to get any better.
Hence, is social media a good thing?
That's
People
another podcast.
post things, I think, just take a second back. Before you post that, what are you wanting to achieve? Are you wanting stardom? Are you wanting people to be like, oh, that's amazing? Or are you wanting people to go join you in your anger?
People want self-gratification. That's what people want. And I don't think that's a new thing. I just think that social media is a platform for people to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You see these people that go down the street and go, oh, there's a homeless person there. Hey, get your phone out, film me, watch this. I'm going to give that guy a $5.
Yeah.
You give him a 10 and we'll go buy him a sausage. A sausage.
Yeah, his sausage, it's raw, but eat it.
Here's a sausage. Why don't you just give somebody something?
Because you're weirdo.
You give somebody something, and it's about the likes. It's about what you can get from it. If I genuinely wanted to give somebody something in the street, homeless, whatever, just do it. Why do you need to film it?
Yeah.
That's a different podcast. We'll do that in the new year. What else is on your list?
So, yeah, it's the whole thing, isn't it?
Do you need some tissues?
I'm crying a little bit, yeah.
I didn't think about you crying.
Yeah. Eat more meat.
Eat more meat?
And not what you're thinking. I'm joking, like pork.
Homeless people and sausages.
Pork. Beef.
What, we should eat more meat?
Yeah.
Is that not a to-do list?
Yeah.
I mean, how are we going to measure this?
I'm all for eating more meat. We every year.
Do you mind if I ask why?
Just because people always say, like, you should eat meat. Like, we I would do an alternative resolutions here.
So when
You're talking like a crazy bastard.
when people say eat less, eat more veg, eat more,
I'm like, fuck that, eat more, eat as much more. Gluttony, get on it, it's the future.
just meat.
But like, I'm talking like caveman style, do you know, like...
What,
so
like wrestle a bear and stuff?
Oh yeah, just do it. Whatever you want. Just eat more meat.
Whatever it takes, just eat more meat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 2 New Year's resolutions I think everyone should try at least once in their life.
Okay.
So hire 2 private... Don't steal my thunder.
Sorry.
Hire 2 private detectives to follow each other and see what the outcome is. I think that'd be quite funny. See what you get back from that. And then the other one is walk into a crowded elevator and say, I bet you wonder why I've invited you all here today. No?
That's it. Have you ever gone into an elevator and a lift? Why are you calling it an elevator?
Americanisms.
Have you ever gone into a lift and done the old roulette as the door opens with your finger out?
No.
With your finger out. So you're giving somebody the birdie and hoping
The birdie, that's American, isn't it? You just call me out for an elevator.
Open the door.
The bird, give them the bird.
What do you call it?
The finger.
Yeah, but if I said I'm going to give somebody the finger in the elevator, in the lift.
You confused that, mate. Yeah.
So you stand in the doorway, 2 fingers out.
Oh, what?
And as the doors open, is somebody stood there? Have you ever done that?
No.
There you go. It's on your to-do list for 2023. It's like lift roulette.
I'm up for that.
Absolute lift roulette. Can I give you a couple of suggestions?
Mate, you can give
Should
me-
we put these out on the socials? That if we put these out, we'll put your name to... So I've got 10 suggestions here of things to do in the new year. We'll divvy them up, 5 each. We'll put them out on social media. Let people decide what you have to do, what I have to do. For 202 just one of them.
Okay.
As a poll.
Yeah.
You up for that?
Yeah. I'm up for it, mate.
Of course you are. So shall I go through it?
Go on.
Get your photo taken in 5 interesting places.
What defines interesting?
Well, one of them, if this is you, is got to be within those 372 positions.
It was 70, mate. That's 72. Don't invent two your own.
A selfie. In one of those positions. Learn a decent party trick. Again, 370 positions. Break a record. This is something that I think we could look into.
Oh, man, I'm not interested.
Are you not?
Hang on. So how many have we got to choose from here?
So we'll put these out on the socials.
Oh, okay, yeah. If someone's going to say we've got to do one of these.
I'll say, right, these are yours. These are mine.
Right, okay.
You've got to do one of these. I've got to do one of these. Make a new friend a month.
I have no chance.
Yeah.
I barely struggle to make contact with the friends I've got now.
Yeah, I don't need any new friends. I'm happy with the ones I've got.
10 new friends.
I mean, I like new people coming in, but I don't want them so close.
You're what's it called?
I'm an associate.
A work person.
Yeah, I'm an associate. I can deal with that.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you know that.
Develop a good relationship with your body.
I can hate my body.
Me too. Learn something you never learnt as a child.
How to eat properly. I can do that.
Manners. Try a new food each week. I think that's tough.
Fuck that. I'm at an age where I know what I like and what I don't like, and I'm heck trying it. Like you, I'm at pot of pies one the other week. No chance. The jelly in it. Blech.
I mean, that surprises me, because if you go back onto our YouTube videos, you did was it a custard and mustard? What was
I did scrambled egg and
scrambled egg and jelly
sandwich. What a treat that was.
That's awful.
That was nice, that.
Make the usual unusual.
What's that?
So it's easy to get into a rut where we do the same thing day in, day out without passing as a routine. Next year, spice up your routine by vowing to do one small thing differently each day or week.
Hang on,
wear something you wouldn't normally wear, run a different route, order a different coffee.
Or try a different sex position every day of the week.
Yep, make the usual unusual.
So instead of doing missionary, let's try something different.
I mean, of the 4 that you know...
They're unusual. The 3 are unusual.
You need to read that book. Sort out a financial worry.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's a bit boring, that, isn't it? And then the last one is do something nice for others every day. Right, so this one rings true with me. So if I ever... You know, if you ever see somebody with a pram and you might just help them up a couple of stairs or something like that, I always say, certainly if I'm out with kids, that is my good deed for the day. I don't feel like I need to do anything else nice for anybody all day. And I'm quite happy with that. Keep it up, Mama. Should old acquaintance be... We can go to bed if you want.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Not together.
But definitely not. Yeah, I was thinking though, like, you say that's your good deed for the day, but no good deed is ever is never selfless.
You say this though, but is it?
Yeah.
Why is it not? If I help somebody with a pram up a few sets of stairs,
But you've done that to make yourself feel better.
I've done it to help them.
No, you've done it to make yourself better.
Well, I've done it so I don't have to be nice to anybody else for the rest of the day.
Exactly, so you're selfish, you prick.
Well, what? No, but I am.
They say that, don't they? And no selfless good deeds. I don't know what the term is. Or too many wines to work out what the hell it is meant to say.
Is it possible to sing All Lang Syne at like 7 o'clock and just go to bed? If you sing it, it's all right.
It's done. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on New Year's Eve?
I hate it. I'm not. I like to get involved, but I'm not a big fan of it.
I mean,
it's a big hype for nothing. That's my problem. I get involved, so this year we're meant to be meeting friends for a do at a friend's house.
A friend's
and we're getting dressed up as famous, funny, or famous couples.
Oh,
so
this is awkward, isn't it? Because I've obviously not been invited, and me and you are normally the famous couple.
To be fair, Mac is coming as you.
She's standing in.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her beard.
It's better than yours, mate. But
2023 divorce.
yeah, so I'm all for like the fun because I love a good drink. I'll happily get dressed up.
You do like a
problem
as well.
But New Year's for me is just a big letdown. I genuinely don't think in my 35 years of this life I've had a New Year's where I've gone whoop whoop.
Are you not 36?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I'm 36 in the year 2023.
Yeah, so it's an anticlimax, isn't it? It's built up so big that you kind of threaten to do the enormous...
It's got to be, yeah. It's pedestal has been like the best thing ever, but I genuinely, if someone could out there remind me of a good New Year's I've had nice times, but it's been no different to any other night I've had.
I'll be honest, I've had some pictures sent of you at New Year's. You're looking like you're having a nice time, yeah.
When was that?
There's been a few.
Which position was he in?
3.
Oh, that's a good position, that.
Yeah. Selfie. I liked it.
Yeah, I think once again it goes back to the whole pressure of social media, the jazz. Back in the day, people used to get New Year's and it was like just a piss up in the pub, like any Friday night.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be nice to do something like closed? You know, like if you was in a street and do a street and just get everyone.
Yeah, which is what we're sort of trying to do with like friends. So it's like it's close friends, we're all getting together.
Bit awkward.
But we'd say not to invite you. But anyway, close friends are all getting together and it's like
Bit awkward.
It's nice.
Twice.
And we're trying to get that like street party going off. But it's still the hype's there. We've still got to, when we get together, it's like, we've got to have fun. We've got to wait till midnight. We've got to, well, I might be able to steam at 9 o'clock. I've got to go to bed. I can't last till 9 o'clock.
If you was to organise with them same people just a night and just say, do you fancy coming around for like a barbecue or whatever, you just have a great night. Yeah. There's no pressure.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, yeah, we've like, through the last year, well, last 10, 15 years, we've had random great nights. And I bet the New Year's Eve we've had together are probably not as good as the nights we've had randomly.
Yeah.
Because we put this night on a pedestal. And for me, it's like, crap. I got one for a podcast. I think that's superstitions. But my mum won't let me do any washing on New Year's Day. Is that like a superstition? It's like washing your life away, innit? Washing the year away somewhere.
Isn't that like putting new shoes on the table and stuff?
Yeah, have we done conspiracies? Like, not like superstitions.
We haven't done superstitions, I don't think.
That's one for New Year.
We can do superstitions
like,
in New Year.
Stupid bollocks. Like,
walking under a ladder.
Who gives a shit?
Is that not the type of thing, though, that you'd just blame on it and just go, I've walked under that ladder.
I fucking smashed the mirror, so, 7 years of me being a dickhead. That sort of thing.
Yeah, how many mirrors have you smashed?
About 50. Cursed child, me.
We're coming to the end of 2022. This segment, can I give you my question of unanswered questions?
Oh, I started a question. Can you finish the question?
I mean, if you started, I always finish.
Let's do it.
Why do we get on a bus, but we get in a car?
Yeah, but we get on a train.
Yeah.
We get on a plane.
Yeah. So why do we get in a car? Why don't we get on a car?
Because we are in control of the car.
What if you're a passenger? What if you're in an Uber? I mean, that says it all.
I'm going to say.
That says it all.
Yeah, but it shows you to do the fact that we've no control of it. I know you say about a taxi. Get on a taxi. Yeah.
If you was a bus driver, I genuinely think you still get on a bus. I'm getting on my bus.
Because it doesn't belong to you. Is that what it is?
All right. So if your theory,
I'm getting in my taxi.
If your theory is that you're not, that if you're in the car, you're in control. What do you do about a bike?
You sit on it, don't you? It's glass. Whoa! Blow my little tiny mind. You can't get in a bike, can you? Because you're middle of frame if you do that.
You get on a bike, get on a train, get on a plane,
you sit on top of it, yeah.
You get on a bus, you get on a hovercraft.
So what you've done there, mate, you've proved the English language is a fucking set of shit. Yeah.
Why do we get in a car?
We'll get on the plane. We don't. We get in the plane. I'm bored in...
I mean, if this is a question that we end this season with...
That's nearly as traumatic as my question I've had for the last couple of weeks about which is north, which is south, and we lied about which way the world is.
Thanks for listening to this week's Happy New Year. I'm ending it there.
Have a good one.
Enjoy yourself. Don't set a New Year's resolution. I've said set a to-do list. He says don't bother. Pick your favourite and go with that. Pick me.
Oh, me.
That was creepy. Keep yourself smiling, mate. All year, keep yourself smiling. That's my New Year's resolution.
What? For everyone to be smiley?
For everyone, yeah. I want everyone to be happy.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Unless they're serial killers. I want you to get gonorrhea and have
Toodaloo.
your leg fall off. Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_ or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you are providing us. Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.